The author says, may Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala have mercy upon him. قال المصنف رحمه الله ويجوز للحاضر في المطر أن يجمع بينهما في وقت الأولى منهما. And it is permissible for the resident in the rain, yani during the rain, to merge between those two prayers. Those two means Dhuhr and Asr, or Maghrib and Isha. In the time of the earliest one, though. So this is different from travel. When you merge for travel, you can delay Dhuhr until Asr time, or Maghrib until Isha time. Or you can bring Asr forward to Dhuhr time, or Isha forward to Maghrib time. But when you combine for rain, you can only bring the later prayer forward. You cannot delay the early prayer to the later time. That's because you don't know if it's going to rain later. The reason you're going to advance your Asr forward and pray it at Dhuhr time here is so that you can do both of your prayers in congregation and then avoid the rain. Instead of coming back out in the rain for the next congregational prayer, then you're going to do that prayer now, and then you'll have it done. So if it keeps raining, then you don't have to come back out. Yani, this is to accommodate the one who prays the obligatory prayer in congregation. So you can't delay in this case. You can only bring forward. Ash-sharhu, the explanation. يجوز للمقيم الجمع بالمطر في وقت الأولى من الظهر والعصر. It is permissible for a resident to merge because of rain in the earlier time between Dhuhr and Asr. وكذا المغرب والعشاء. And likewise, al-Maghrib and Isha. He can bring Isha forward to Maghrib time in particular. And there's no shortening here. There's only combining. So shortening is only for travel. Combining is for traveling and rain. But delaying in the combining is only for travel also. وَهَذَا بِشَرْطِ أَن تَقَعَ الصَّلَاةُ فِي مَوْضِعٍ لو سعى إليه أصابه المطر. And this is under the condition that the prayer would be performed in a spot that had a person gone out to it to catch the prayer, he would have gotten caught in the rain. وابتلت ثيابه بحيث لا يحتمل عادة. And then his clothing would have gotten soaked in a way that's normally unbearable. So, mashallah, getting soaked in the rain, even the animals don't like that. You see them run, and the cats will go under the cars and everything. واحتج للجمع بما رواه البخاري ومسلم. And this merger was proven by what was narrated by Al-Bukhari and Muslim. عن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما, from the route of Ibn Abbas, may Allah accept his and his father's deeds. أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى بالمدينة ثمانيا جميعا وَسَبْعًا جَمِيعًا. That the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed in Al-Madinah 8 straight rak'ahs, meaning 4 and then 4. Dhuhr, and then he did salam, then Asr, and then he did salam. And then 7 straight rak'ahs, meaning Maghrib, he prayed 3, then he said salam, then he prayed Isha. In Maghrib time, of course. الظهر والعصر والمغرب والعشاء وفي رواية مسلم. And in the narration of Imam Muslim, there's an addition. من غير خوف ولا سفر. He did that not out of fear nor during a travel. So he did that not out of fear nor during a travel. Imam Ash-Shafi'i said, I take this to be in reference to the rain. وَكَمَا يَجُوزُ الْجَمْعُ بَيْنَ الظُّهْرِ وَالْعَصْرِ. And just as it is permissible to merge Dhuhr and Asr because of the rain, bringing Asr forward into Dhuhr time, يَجُوزُ الْجَمْعُ بَيْنَ الْجُمُعَةِ وَالْعَصْرِ. It is also permissible to merge between the Friday prayer and the Asr prayer. Yani to pray Jumu'ah and then to bring Asr forward in the rain, in the downpour. But since we mentioned that detail there about Jumu'ah, remember, in the Shafi'i school, there's a saying that there can only be one valid Jumu'ah in the town. So then, according to that saying, then you want to make sure that that's the one. That's the Jumu'ah that's valid in the town, which is the first one. And then you bring Asr forward. ثُمَّ إِذَا جَمَعَ بِالتَّقْدِيمِ. Furthermore, if the praying person combined the prayers by advancing the later one to the earlier time, فَيُشْتَرَطُ فِي ذَلِكَ مَا شُرِطَ فِي جَمْعِ السَّفَرِ. Then this has the same conditions as merging because of travel. وَيُشْتَرَطُ تَحَقُّقُ وُجُودِ الْمَطَرِ. تَحَقُّقُ وُجُودِ الْمَطَرِ في أول الأولى. And it's a condition that the rain is verified at the beginning of the first prayer. وَأَوَّلِ الثَّانِيَةِ. And the rain is verified at the beginning of the second prayer. وَعِنْدَ السَّلَامِ مِنَ الْأُولَى. And that the rain is verified when you give the salam, when you make the salam for the first prayer. So what are we saying here? The first prayer, let's say it's Dhuhr time. So it's raining when you say Allahu Akbar for Dhuhr. In the first place, as maybe you have figured here if you didn't know, this has to be in congregation. You can't do this praying alone. So if it's going to be in congregation, that means everyone has to be on board. So you're going to say to the congregation, oh Muslims, it's a strong downpour and we fulfill the conditions. We're going to pray Dhuhr now and then we're going to pray Asr directly after it. Make the intention while you pray Dhuhr to advance Asr forward. So this is valid as long as the rain is verified when you say Allahu Akbar to start the Dhuhr prayer. And the rain is verified when you say Assalamu alaikum to end the Dhuhr prayer. And the rain is verified when you say Allahu Akbar to start the Asr prayer. Then that's all valid. So that implies that if the rain stopped between saying Allahu Akbar and Assalamu alaikum for Dhuhr, but it was raining when you said Allahu Akbar, and it was raining when you said Assalamu alaikum, and it was raining when you said Allahu Akbar for Asr, then this is all valid, even if it stopped raining before you finished your Asr prayer. وَقَوْلُ الشَّيْخ. And what the Shaykh Abu Shuja' said, في وقت الأولى يؤخذ منه أنه لا يجوز الجمع بالمطر في وقت الثانية. When he said, in the time of the first one, it's taken from that it's not permissible to merge in the rain by delaying. And that is the case. وتختص رخصة الجمع بالمطر بالمصلي في جماعة بمسجد بعيد عرفا. This facility of merging the prayer because of rain is particular to the person who prays in congregation, not praying a solo prayer. In a far masjid, not the masjid that's right next door to him, because then he's not going to get soaked by the rain. Urfan, yani, normally far. What's normally considered far? أو غيره من مواضع الجماعة, or it could be other than the masjid, but it has to be a place of congregational prayer. ويتأذى الذاهب للمسجد بالمطر في طريقه, and it has to be that the person who wants to go to the masjid to pray would be harmed by the downpour. The harm here is getting soaked, unbearably soaked. Subhanallah. That's mercy from Allah Ta'ala, because even that's not going to kill you. It might not even make you sick. But it really is a bummer when all your shoes are soaked, your socks are soaked, all your clothes are soaked, sticking to your body, and maybe you just feel like not the greatest until you can get home and dry off and get comfortable. Wallahu alam, and Allah knows best. Fara', branch. ذهب جماعة من أصحابنا وغيرهم. A group of the mujtahids in our madhab and also other scholars have gone to the position إلى جواز الجمع بالمرض. They've gone to the position that it's permissible to merge the prayer due to sickness. So that's a third reason. Abu Shuja', as you can see, he didn't mention that. So some scholars said, like what Abu Shuja' mentioned here, it's only for travel and rain. And others, they said, no, sickness too. According to this, then, you look into your sickness. If you suppose that your sickness is going to get worse, then you can bring the later prayer forward so that you can pray in the earlier time before your sickness gets worse. And if you suppose that your sickness will get lighter, then you can delay the earlier prayer to the later time so that you can pray when your sickness is lighter. And if you suppose that your sickness will stay constant, then you have to pray all of your prayers on time. Minhum al-Qadi Hussein, amongst the scholars who said that there is merging for sickness, is Judge Hussein. Wal Mutawalli, and Al-Mutawalli wal-Ruyani, and Al-Ruyani. Those are all mujtahids in the madhab. قال النووي, Imam al-Nawawi said, rahimahullah, القول بجواز الجمع بالمرض ظاهر مختار. Saying that it's permissible to merge the prayers because of sickness is obvious. And it's the selected saying. Intaha, end quote, wallahu a'lam, and Allah knows best.